All right, so what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Knightriderz Talk. Today we got a special guest in the house, an old classmate of mine. He used to kick me in my ass in the field. Today we get to explore what's exactly in his mind. He got a short in mind, so without further ado, help me welcome Mr. Chris Buckner.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? Man, I appreciate you having me, man.
Thank you, man.
We've known each other since 4th grade, man.
Yeah, I know.
I know your sister, your mom, man. So it's nice to be able to come back.
Really, you knew my sister?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
She worked with my mom all the time, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, at Scott Johnson.
Oh, damn! I did not know that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
oh,
sir.
Oh shit. Yeah, she started at Scott Johnson, and then she started off in the kitchen in the back, worked her ass off, and then she went into like a teacher aide or something like that.
Teacher's aide.
Yeah, kind of helping the teachers and stuff. And I guess they realized she was doing really good with kids, and they offered her a position at what's that club?
Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club. Yeah.
So she works with Miss Spencer.
Yeah.
Or Miss Spencer.
Miss Spencer. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a real nice lady.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Miss Spencer. She's been there since 2009, 2010, I want to say. And
man, well, good for her, man.
Yeah,
good
she loves her. And stuff. Chris, man, I've been wanting to know what got. So you're a elevator engineer or mechanic?
I'm an elevator mechanic technician. Yes, sir.
So what made you how did you get into that? What made you aspire to get to that?
Well, man, I've been working on cars and other farm equipment forever. So I went to school, tried to get my degree at UTI. So I got it. But man, I realized cars wasn't really it doesn't bring in the money like it's supposed to, or I thought. So man, I just put out applications, and happily and luckily I was able just to get my foot in the elevators. Had no idea elevators were even a thing.
I know. That's one when I seen your post and you said you're an elevator. I was like, what the heck? I never in my head thought that was a job out there. I mean, which makes sense because I mean, Houston's full of them buildings, and so you got all of them elevator people want to go up. I mean, shoot, I get tired. Like when my daughter was born in the hospital, I had to go up and down because we were on the second floor. And I didn't want to use them stairs. So the elevator comes in handy with that and stuff.
That's my main job is stairs, man.
Yeah.
I'll fix them, but y'all ride them, man. Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's an interesting job for sure. It's paid my bills, kept my family afloat. Yeah. So, man, I can't complain. I do, but I shouldn't.
Yeah. Which is interesting. You said that the mechanic wasn't really bringing in, what you thought was being, because, school. One thing I hate about school is that what I've noticed that they don't really teach you trades like that. Like they don't really show you. They just kind of want to prepare you for college. And back then college was really a good way to be successful. But in today's world, kind of college is just like a stepstone into getting into huge debt because college is over $60,000.
Absolutely, man. So. I'm and not to offend anybody out there, I'm not a big believer in school because I mean, some of our classmates, they have degrees and man, they don't even have jobs in their degrees in their fields, and they looking for jobs and struggling. I was lucky enough, I knew some people who were mechanics and welders. So you're right, man. School doesn't really prepare you except for specialty classes, but even then they don't. From my experience, they don't go too far into depth, man. So it's just
it's just like, hey, man, come get your books and figure something out in there. So it's like,
man,
what the heck, because me going to school, I didn't know what I want. I mean, I wanted to play football. I was in sophomore year. I started taking it more serious,
right?
But my mom was struggling with her bills and all that. So I was like, towards the end of the sophomore year, I kind of started realizing, man, I do want to play it, but at the same time, I don't want to see my mom struggling like that. So I kind of want to, if I can't help her out, at least not ask her for money. So that's when I started working. I worked at Knightriderz our junior year.
Right.
So that's when I started working and all that. And then it's just, I lost track of football. I mean, so it just went away. And like you said, I didn't go to school yet. School for me was kind of just, it wasn't it for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So straight out of high school, I was lucky enough that I had a family friend that helped me out get into the oil and gas.
Okay.
So I've been in oil and gas since 2013.
Okay.
And I've been in there still, and so I'm lucky and grateful that nothing has been like short or missing on my part. You know, I've been able to pay my bills and do all that, but yeah, like you said, man, it's just school is not for a lot of people. It really ain't it, you know. So I've seen people kind of have to jump around different jobs and all that. So,
Right.
man, it's tough out there, really.
It is tough, man. Especially with student loans. So like I said, I did go to school. In my opinion, it was a waste of time for me. But I went to regular school. Did it for a semester. Didn't like it. Wasn't learning. You know.
Yeah.
And then I went to UTI, and while I graduated, man, I felt like I was just wasting time, man. Yeah. And then I had student loans right after. Man, so God has blessed me enough. I paid, me and my wife were able to pay off our student loans this year.
Oh,
so that was nice. Now I wish we wouldn't have had to pay it, you know, but yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, the tough times.
It was we both regretted going to school. Maybe it helped us somewhere, but we don't see it. You know what I mean? So for my son, I would hope he go into a trade, or maybe he's a genius or something and he goes through school, but man, I'm gonna push trades.
Yeah.
Because everybody needs a plumber or welder, some electricians.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm gonna push that hard on my son. I think everybody should.
Yeah.
You know, trades are the way to go if you can handle it.
Yeah, because if you realize, like one of my grandpas was a factory man his whole life, and so it's like when I watched Dr. Umar Johnson saying, back then in the 50s and 60s, as long as you were good with your hands, you were able to, you had the job, you were able to pay the bills and put food on the table. And I mean, like my parents, they say they had it rough, but you know, a lot of women back then didn't work as much as now.
Right.
The family was able to be able to, you know, go move along with just one income. The dad working and this and that. I mean, there's times where, you know, times probably got rough and both parents had to work and all, but
absolutely,
it does show us how these times are changing. You know,
big time, man.
My wife works from 8 to 5, and I work from 7 to 5. So we're both pretty much gone all day. We come home, and it's like, man, you know, you got no energy, and my little kid is 2.5, so she's full of crazy, full of energy. So she's just running around, wants us to play, wants us to take her outside, walk around the neighborhood and stuff, and we're just like, just dreading but doing it. But yeah, man, it's crazy how you know, for us, well, I mean, we're making it, you know, can't complain about it.
Right.
We're making it, but
it could be better.
Yeah, it could be better. And I was thinking, like, back then, like, damn, you know, wish we could have been born in that times. Because if we look at it back then, we see it and we're like, oh man, it looks like it was better back then, you know?
Man, it is, but it isn't. Yeah. So, man, you got to think back. Not even that long ago, you know, people like us were treated like dirt, and still kind of are, but it was harder to get better jobs. You know, a lot of people now look down on people in trades and stuff. Oh, you're too dumb to do this stuff. So I kind of, you know, man, it might have been easier financially back then because, you know, everything was cheaper. But now it's like you have to have money, you have to have time, and then now when you add kids in the mix, you got to have both, or else you watch your kid be bored, and that sucks. Yeah, I know you know the feeling, man.
Yeah, it's just because out here, I mean, there's really we live out here in the country, and then there's nobody really. The closest one is my sister-in-law, but all her kids are pretty much grown, and so yeah, my child is we try to make sure she's not on the phone so much, but she just wants to play, and we don't have the energy to play with her. So
right,
it's tough. But you mentioned it was hard. People like us hard. You are a mixed kid, right?
I am black and Mexican. So my dad is from Houston. He's black, and then my mom's from Mexico, Valle de Mozo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, small world.
Yeah.
Growing up, man, how do you feel like it was for you when you like here with us seeing these big fights between the blacks and the Mexicans? You know, how did you feel in between that? You know.
Well, man, even now as an adult, Hispanic people don't like me because I'm too dark, and black people don't like me because I'm not dark enough. So I get it from both sides, man.
Dang, I never thought it was like that.
It's always been like that. Really? People look at it like, well, you're a mutt. You're this and that. Well, okay, when you need me, that's when you'll come calling. I'm not a mutt no more. You know, it's always been like that. So you kind of just get used to it, man.
Huh.
You got your friends in every group, and then most time you by yourself.
Like you said, yeah. Damn, I never seen it that way. Because I mean, like, there's when Mexicans hang out with so many certain groups, we start getting pointed out and start getting called out
Absolutely.
for that. Like, I think one time when I was in middle school and I hanged out with like basically nothing but white people, and I did get called by someone Mexicans like, oh, you trying to be a whitewash and all that. So I was like, man, what the heck? And then there was a time where I hanged out with a lot of black people and stuff. And now they're like, oh, you trying to be, in their goal. So, you do kind of realize when you point out, you're like, man, what the heck? But then what it sucks about Mexicans, if you don't know how to talk Spanish, back then you're not a beaner enough.
Right.
But today you're a no sabo kid. Those kind of kids.
And you know what? I'm one of them people. I get out. My wife is Puerto Rican and Mexican, and she don't speak it. She can understand it, but I make fun of her all the time. And my brothers too, man. They don't speak Spanish. So it's like, I want to poke at you, but I know I shouldn't. Yeah. So it's a hard thing. It's hard. Because you want to be like, yeah, I'm Mexican. Yeah, my family's Mexican. Well, does everybody else speak it? No, well then y'all not. It's those kind of situations.
Yeah, I completely understand. Because I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with the Knightriderz group, the singers. They're from like Washington or something.
I might have to hear them, man. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
I'll show you something after the video and stuff.
Okay.
But like they're really notorious famous people for singing in Spanish. They made a lot of music. They got really popular, I want to say, in 2020.
Okay.
For the music that they do. But recently, I think maybe sometime last year, they went to Mexico City for the first time, I want to say. If I'm not mistaken. I probably am mistaken. I mean, people are more than welcome to correct me. But they went to Mexico City, and then there was their first experience, and they kind of recorded themselves, their expressions on how the people are down there, the culture, the way they eat, how they go around things out there. And so they got brought up into an interview, and they asked them, how was your experience in Mexico City? Do you think what I got from the question is, do you think it was a nice town and all that? I think in their heads they were thinking something different, like how their experience, what they seen, and so I'm pretty sure if they didn't grow up like that, obviously it's something new for them.
Right.
But yeah. So the way they kind of expressed themselves, they took it. It probably hit a lot of nerves on our people, Mexican, because they were like, well, Yerisa said she didn't like it because of the loud noises I guess 5, 6 in the morning. There's people driving already, going to work and all that. So she didn't like it because of that. Her brothers claimed that the food wasn't really that great and this and that. And so after that came out, man, Mexican people just went crazy on
bashing them.
Yeah, bashing them, talking about they're not brown enough, or if you never liked our people, just why make music in Spanish and all that.
Right.
And so it's like, what the heck, like you're saying, it's really hard to kind of get accepted by a crew and this and that. So
absolutely,
at the end of the day, I guess it just comes down to who's loyal to you, who looks for you the most.
That's it, man.
I think that's the only way to continue. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that kind of like, I want to invite this person, but you don't even know really if that person has something against you or something.
Yeah, like they got some hidden agenda, or maybe they don't like you. They just hang around.
Yeah. You ever had something like that in these past 10 years? Because it's been like 10 years since we last seen.
It's been 10 years
since high school.
Man, as an adult, it happens a lot at work, man.
Oh, really?
You get around coworkers and they'll say one thing, and then you hear in the meeting, oh, well, this person is, bashing you on your job and how you're doing. Well, I thought we were cool. We just went out to lunch a couple days ago. So yeah, man, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of it.
And I don't know. Like I said, I never even thought that elevator was a thing and stuff. But me being in the oil for 10 years, man, there's a lot of snakes in there. A lot of snakes in the industry, and you really can't trust nobody, And then you got, like, I keep thinking we're young, But
We're almost 30.
I'm 2 months away from being 30 years
Oh,
old.
dang, you are old.
So
Okay.
you got these young in the early 20s coming in and thinking that the company is not going to be where they're at without them and stuff. And so they got they're probably going to get a hard knock saying, hey, man, the company can do it without you.
Yep. Yep.
And one thing they have to realize is we're all just a number.
That's it.
That's all it is for the company. Maybe there is a company out there that does love you and wants to keep you and all that. You do a good job and all that. But these other companies, they ain't worried about you at all.
Man, on my own social media stuff, I preach it all the time, man. Take your vacation, quit your job, move on. Because, man, if you were to die tomorrow, your company's going to put out an ad.
Yeah.
Hey, we're hiring. Somebody just left. Won't say no rhyme or reason. Won't tell your family nothing. Just next. Unless you started a company or it's a family-owned company, man, do what's best for yourself. It's always been my thing. I've had a lot of jobs. Maybe it's not the best idea, jumping job to job, but it's got me where I am today, and I'm a lot happier moving from quote unquote bad jobs.
Yeah,
I think everybody should quit.
Yeah, because I've heard that if you work there, let's say 5 years, and the company never gave you a raise, or if they only gave you maybe like a 10 cents to 50 cents, not really $1 or so. That's when I feel like the company does not appreciating you.
Absolutely.
So if you've been there that long and you haven't gotten like a good raise like that, then you have the right to just go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Because the grass is always probably greener somewhere else.
That's true.
And so, what was I gonna say? When you jump around, like you said, when you jump around and it makes you look bad, it kind of maybe but at the same time you're benefiting for yourself. You're looking at they look at your resume and stuff, but when that company is not admiring your knowledge and your skills and all that, and you move to another one and that one does kind of acknowledge you, so that's where you kind of you're relaxed right there.
It's a good feeling, man.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
One of the things that I've learned from jumping from job to job, man, as long as you don't move laterally and you move forward, you should be fine. So don't go from one job making 15 to another making 15. No, man, try to find a job that'll suit you and lift you up. Man. So that's always been my thing. If I'm gonna quit, I better have something lined up or pray on it, man. That's it. That's it.
I do know some people that, man, some people try so hard to get a raise and stuff, and they in their heads think that they're good workers, which some of them are and some of them may not be. I have seen like people, they go up to the boss, man, and say, hey, this company is offering me so and so, can y'all match it? If not, I'm out.
Yeah.
And they've told them straight up, no, we're not going to match it, just go ahead. But it turns out it was never true. They were just they were just trying to
bait them.
Yeah, they were trying to bait them. And so when the boss said, "Nah, go," well, you can work the 2 weeks if you want. If not, it's your choice. Hope it goes good for you somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
And so that guy was like, "Oh shit!" Well,
I've never bluffed like that, but
I know I couldn't do it. But I could never do something like that. I would joke around when I first started working. I would joke around and say, if you want me to do something, hey, more money. I would joke around.
Yeah.
But the boss would know that I was joking around because he would tell me, oh yeah, well there's other jobs out there. So I was like, oh shit, man, I'm gonna stay quiet. Humble my ass real quick. Oh man, but man, Chris, so you've been married how long?
Shoot. I have been married since 2016, man.
2016.
Yeah, something like that.
Hopefully the one.
She ain't going nowhere.
What do you think about marriage? Like,
marriage is hard.
Is it?
When you're man, y'all know me. I'm hard headed. I say what I mean and stuff like that. So it's been humbling to make me watch my mouth, man.
Yeah.
I think for me, the hardest part, man, is just working with somebody, man. You have to be in unison with your partner, and a lot of times, man, you're not. You're trying to figure out what mood they're in. Are they hungry? Are they mad? Did I do something? Was something last week? So, man, that's been a rude awakening. And, man, I'll say it out loud. I was a terrible husband probably the first 2-3 years. I just was not the best. I wasn't doing the right things. I wasn't behaving like I was supposed to, man. And got a rude awakening, man. Went through some things, and we're in a great place now. Well, we're in a better place now. I won't call it great yet, but you know, ups and downs, man. I'm happy to be with her, and she keeps me on the straight and narrow, man.
Man, so you got yourself a good woman, one of the strong Latinas.
She can't cook though. I will say that. She tries, man. I give her that, but man, my wife can't cook.
Nah, I understand feeling.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah,
it's all good.
I understand completely. Yeah, my wife, she's trying, like you said, she's trying, but yeah, it's some stuff I'm like, man, it's pretty good. Some stuff I'm like, man, come on. The one that gives me most is, I mean, I can't really judge because I'm the same way. I really, but it's the rice, man. The rice, like sometimes you just want a good traditional rice.
Yes, sir.
But man, they come out with that boxed 1 minute.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm like, or the mashed potatoes too. And that was pretty easy, you know, because all you gotta do is kind of boil them and have the butter, salt.
Yeah.
So I was just like, come on, you know. I guess because it's like more time consuming or something.
I get it. My wife was just like that, man. Minute rice and instant stuff. But she's trying now. Where she's doing a little garden, man. She's trying to improve, and I can't be mad at it, man. At least she's trying. She could not do nothing.
Yeah, that is true. Because I mean, well, what I got right now is like on every Sunday I'll try to barbecue.
Okay.
I'll try to buy a bunch of meat and try to make it for the whole week, so that way
it's ready.
Yeah, it's ready.
So you just prep the sides.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That kind of falls easier for us to hang out with our daughter and stuff. So.
Yeah. You don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Do y'all have a crock pot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a crock pot. We have an air fryer. We finally, for Black Friday, got a bigger one. We were using the little bitty. Yeah, so we finally got a bigger one.
Okay.
Man, them air fryers come in handy.
Do they? Yeah. I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one?
I don't have one.
Man, dude, you need to get you one.
Man, we don't have the counter space for that.
Yeah.
But I also think she don't want one, man. She wants to do everything oven, natural, or.
But see, like an air fryer is basically like an oven.
It's a conventional. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like it has the oven thing, and it has like a fan on top of it, so it's blowing all that heat on it.
Oh.
So it's like it's quicker too.
Okay.
So you like I want to say chicken breast, and man, maybe about 10 minutes or 15 minutes at a certain like a 375, 360, and man, it's ready. Yeah.
Man, I might have to buy one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Them air fryers, they come in handy.
Okay.
It's good, man.
I'll think about it, man, for sure.
And like you said, you feel like you're not the best husband. I mean, I've been married. Well, we just got married in 2021. So 2-3 years is that I've been a husband.
Right.
But me and my wife, we've been together since
high school,
baby. Yeah, so,
long time.
Yes, so
sir.
We like it's always been up and down. So we've always, but I kind of say I've probably been myself a horrible husband as well. But I guess she understands my kind of way of, I guess the way I was raised or something. Because my dad was not damn Alexa, my dad was a great man and all that, but I guess he just never kind of grew out of the partying life. Some people just kind of want to keep partying. And I think that was my dad's biggest flaw. Okay. He never grew out of that. And so I think she kind of sees that I'm the same way. So I think she's trying to kind of slap some sense into me, saying, hey, you can't be that way, you know? Because I'm guessing she's going to be like, I'm not the same type of woman that your mom is. Okay. My mom was a tough woman. Yeah, like let it slide and all that, or go with him and all that and watch. So I guess it's just the woman that come into our life that makes us better.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Because I think I am trying to get understand more of her point of view. I think I would say I don't know. I have to ask her myself, see what she thinks, but. I would say that
do a survey.
I would say that I'm probably just trying to get better, trying to do better and get better at it. But I think that's what it is, man. It's just the woman back then would just. I don't want to be kind of rude in a way or anything, but they just would just let it slide and stuff.
Kind of passive.
Yeah. Like just let the man do whatever.
Right.
I think that's why there was so much, or maybe why in today's generation, why so many girls are pushing with getting rid of the guys and stuff. Like that,
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, kind of pushing the single moms and all that. I mean, I respect everybody's perspective. It is you want to do you. It is what it is. But
Right.
I would say that it's kind of better to have a two people household, a mom and a dad.
No denying that.
No denying, right?
If you got a good mom and dad and they're working together, man, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Now, to all the single mothers out there, you're doing a great job. You know, I'll never take nothing away from them at all. I'm just saying, if you have the ability and you got a good man in your life, and vice versa, if the man gets a good woman's life, you should work together.
Yeah.
Kids deserve two parents, man.
Yeah.
No matter whether it's man and man, woman and woman. If you're treating the kid right, it shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter. Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as the kid is good, I don't care. Do whatever you want to do.
Showing, because I think the mom would show the love, and the dad shows the strictness, of doing right and wrong. I think that's what comes down to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I try not to get into the topic of the LGBT. I don't know how many words.
Lettuce, green beans.
Yeah,
no, I hear you.
Yeah, no.
I'm not trying to be offensive. Man, my take on all that stuff is, you do what you want to do. I will never take somebody's option. I'm all about options. So if that's what you like, that's what you like. Just don't force your opinions and all your stuff on other folks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, do it over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like PDA between man and woman. I don't want to see all that, man. Go to a room. Go take that somewhere.
Yeah, get a hotel.
Yeah, but I think everybody's so defensive, and either they don't want to say the wrong thing or they want to be portrayed a certain way. I don't know, man.
Tough. Yeah,
it's hard. It's tough.
It's hard to kind of express an opinion when someone takes it the wrong way, and it's just an opinion.
That's it.
Yeah, you don't want to be rude or anything.
Right.
But like you said, it's just people probably nowadays just being so sensitive about stuff like that.
Yes, and I think it starts, man, with like our generation and younger. So like, man, I can't even explain it to you because I'm not that way. So I couldn't even try to explain.
Well, I don't know if you remember in middle school when they started showing us about the choking game and all that. You remember about that?
Man, I don't.
You don't remember? I kind of when kids, I think it was kids either our age or a little bit younger than us.
Mm-hmm.
When they started kind of taking the video, like Mortal Kombat and all that, the video games. You know how back then there was very popular. Yeah. They started taking in the backgrounds. You have the skeletons hanging and all that.
Yeah.
So,
okay, yeah.
I think it's like when you whatever you see and you're trying to
like recreate
that and stuff.
Well, man, to counter that, man, we grew up on Grand Theft Auto and all kinds of shooting games and
that is true.
Stuff. So I don't like when people are like, well, it's the video games, it's the music. Man, all that's been going on forever.
Yeah.
Look at 2 Live Crew and Tupac and Biggie. Man, they weren't talking about the greatest stuff, but a lot of us didn't go out there and reenact it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's crazy to say certain one thing or another is the main influence. I think it's just the parents the generation, parents aren't as strict as they used to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true, because like my wife, she kind of just lets my daughter do whatever she wants, and it is what it is, but I kind of tell her, like, look, if you keep doing that, and right now she's 2.5, you keep doing that, she's gonna, by the time she gets to either 6 years old, she's gonna be like very bad habits on you, because she knows she could get away with stuff with you. With me, it comes to, I kind of let her, but when she kind of just pushes it, then that's when I'm like, hey, stop.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't work, then I have to bring out the old school methods and kind of just slap her on the booty and stuff. I'm not trying to be abusive.
Oh yeah, man. It's all with just discipline, man.
Yeah, discipline.
I get it. I think all moms and wives are the same, man. My wife, the same thing with my son. She kind of lets him push things, I'm like, don't do that. Don't let him start something. You have to, like, in my opinion, in my views, it's get it right when they do it, and they probably won't do it again. If they do, then you might have to get a whooping. You might have to get a timeout, something taken away, but there has to be consequences.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents, like me being in elevators, I can see go to schools and buildings. Man, parents are terrible about letting their kids do whatever they want, talk to them crazy. I wouldn't even. I'm an adult. I'm almost 30. I would never talk to my parents any kind of way.
I know. I've seen other people's videos, and I understand that they're just trying to create content and stuff. But it's like, man, if you really talk to your parents that way, like,
yeah,
damn, like what the heck? I remember one time my dad was asleep on the couch. We were watching TV and he just fell asleep. And the phone rang and I didn't want to pick up. And I had my little brother go pick it up. And he comes out and he's like, man, you know what? He was trying to say the F word. And my dad, I thought he was asleep, but out of nowhere he just wakes up and he's like, hey, don't ever do that again. He got scared. But see, I think that's crazy because back then, and my dad raised his voice at me, I knew right away, that's serious.
That's enough. Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough. I try to raise my voice at my daughter, and she just laughs. Like, I don't know what the man upstairs is doing, but how the heck is it that when I was a kid, I was scared of the voice raise.
Right.
And now my daughter just laughs in my face. Like, I'm like, man, that's the most disrespectful
thing. I'm not going to lie to you, that's kind of funny. Kids are a little bit different too, though. Like, I try my best to be a disciplinarian, but also be fair. And sometimes a good example, man. He was doing something he wasn't supposed to. I think he was running in the house, and I said, "You better sit down before I whoop your tail." And he's so smart sometimes, but Daddy, I don't have a tail. Son, that's not the point. That's not the point, man. Stop before you whoop. It's just being smart, man. And it's you want to laugh, but at the same time, you can't laugh because then. Man, they'll keep doing it.
Yeah, because once they see that you smile, once they see that
they know it's cool.
They know it's cool. How old is your son?
Man, he turned 6 this November, or last November. So he'll be 7 this year.
7 this year. Dang, 7 years old.
Yup.
Man, that's crazy. Like, I keep in touch. Well, not keep in touch, but like I kind of just watch all of our high school classmates, man, and see what they're up to. And majority of them, man, they already got kids and like. I feel like I'm behind. Yeah, so I feel like I'm behind because I'm on my first one, and I seen everybody just like saying, "Oh, my third or fourth."
Yeah.
I'm like, what the
Shout out class 2013.
Yeah, 2013. Sorry, I didn't make it to the reunion.
I know, man. I had to work.
Oh, you worked there?
I had to work, man.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. I'm trying to. I had to fix my brother. So he brought me his truck, and I had to fix it. Okay. And I'm not a mechanic and anything. I just went by YouTube.
Oh man, YouTube is great, man. They show you all kinds of tips and tricks.
Yeah, everything I do is YouTube. Like this house I remodeled myself. YouTube.
It's nice, man. It's nice.
Appreciate appreciate. Okay. I mean, I can't say myself. My father-in-law did help me out, and his best friend, who's an electrician, rest in peace. He passed away the day that my daughter was born.
Dang, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and because I really didn't know him that much. My parents knew him more. He retired from Sam Houston. He was an electrician at Sam Houston, and man, that guy, he was smart too. He was very smart. But he had jokes for days, and he was out here. He did my whole electricity. We stripped it all off, and he put it brand new from the box all the way to the end of the house, brand new electricity, man. And the day that my daughter was born, I was in my head. I was like, okay, we're gonna do little touch-ups. Well, I talked to his name was. He had a weird name in Spanish, but everybody called him Freddie. Because his name was just kind of too hard to pronounce. Okay. So when my sister-in-law came and dropped some stuff off for us, and I kind of mentioned, hey, let Freddie know that we'll if we can get back to working around the house, finish up some stuff. And she was like, hey, I'm sorry to say it, but he's not gonna be able to come around no more. I was like, what do you mean? Why? Did he move or something? He passed away. He passed away at 12 p.m. and then 6 hours later, my daughter was born. And then it's freaking crazy. It's just crazy because the little things as a parent, you notice your child and stuff to do. For my daughter, I'm not trying to brag on my daughter or anything, but
go ahead.
But for her age, I'm like, how do you know this stuff already? Like if it's already in her mind or something. But in a Mexican theory, conspiracy theory, whatever, when someone that you know kind of passes away, and then right after, someone comes to your life, whatever that person likes and stuff. If that kid is, if your child or whoever is doing it, it kind of means that that person who passed away's soul or spirit or something
made a connection.
made connection.
Okay. I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's crazy how you think about it like that. Because like how would that work? Like death taking away the old soul, and then there's a new soul coming down, like, and then they connect there or something. Did they meet each other?
That's
afterlife crazy.
Supernatural stuff.
Yeah, that supernatural is what. Man, honestly, supernatural. A lot of people say it's fake and this and that, but I kind of seen stuff that makes sense. More in Mexico, not really much here. More in Mexico, I've seen some stuff that I'm like, kind of questioning. What the fuck was that? And this and that. Did you ever had that type of experience?
Man, me and my wife both did.
Oh, really?
So we were coming down 290 going home towards Brenham, and man, we saw. I'm pretty sure it was a meteorite or something. But man, it'd probably be the size of like just a little Suburban or something. Come across the sky and shoot. So it's coming down, and then it shot to the right and it disappeared.
Oh, shit.
So we saw like little flares come away from it, but for it to come down at an angle and then just make an immediate turn and disappear, like that's kind of weird.
Like a UFO.
Right? And the best thing I can say is like that had to be like a meteorite or something. Maybe we just missed it blow up or something, but we both saw it, man. We were 2 separate cars.
Oh, really? 2 separate cars?
We were both, we went to a party or something, and she had my son, I was by myself. She was like 5 minutes behind me, but she saw it too. In a separate vehicle. She called me, it's like, did you see that? It's like, no way. You saw it too? Okay. Yeah, but that was a big thing. That was really weird.
I know them UFO signs are being more and more. I've seen the videos. I don't know if it's true, but in LA, where something in the sky and it's like a circle and lights and stuff, like how you were mentioning. I seen that and I was like, man, this is fucking crazy. I don't think that's gonna be true, but if you're saying that you saw it here, and I'm like, damn.
Well, the thing is, man, not even a conspiracy. The government is releasing documents and stuff about things that they're doing or have gone on, and it's like. So all the people that got locked up because they were crazy were telling the truth.
The whole truth.
So it's like, man, how can you believe your government when they're lying to your face just to release it 50 and 60 years later?
Yeah.
So it makes me think like if we're seeing some of this stuff or somebody is seeing it, it's probably real. We just don't have an explanation for
it. Did you watch the documentary? Well, I don't know if it was, but the release about how they killed JFK.
I've heard about it, but I have not watched it.
I saw a news or something. I watched it on the Joe Rogan podcast about how they kind of, I don't know if they got hacked or they just released it, but apparently there was a classified paperwork of them admitting that they killed JFK. Like it was a setup and all that. So like you're saying that the government don't be telling us anything.
They know, man. They set up a lot of things and do a lot of crazy stuff. One of not a conspiracy theory, but like Flint, Michigan, there's active documents or there's like readable stuff that says the government knew the water was bad, the city knew the water was bad, but they're not going to fix it and you can't sue.
Really?
Like that's crazy to me. You know your water is bad and you don't want to give these people water? That's crazy. That's downright evil.
Well, it's like the Hawaii when they burned down.
The whole realty thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, whatever was blue didn't get burned. Like it was like a laser that was kind of specifying what they wanted to.
And there was, I think, in one picture there was a single house still standing, and everything else around it was burned.
Right.
Like that's
where it makes you think. Like, hey, come on.
Oprah,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you think about? I don't know if you've seen some posts about here in our town about Black Panthers being around here and stuff like that.
Man, from what I know about the Black Panthers, and from what my dad's side, black side, have told me about it, there was never a hate group. It was never a group that attacked people. So that's always kind of what I've read into and looked at. So I mean, cool.
Yeah, I kind of did a little research. Yeah, it was a community that kind of protected its own people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the '90s it was very because there was no video cameras or anything, so it was very bad it was very hard to say that these people did damage and stuff.
Right.
I wouldn't believe them. And what I've come also to learn is that the Bloods and the Crips were once a one unit that protected the black community as well. It just kind of I don't know. I don't know. I want to say that the government kind of threw some spice in them or something, kind of made them fight or something. Cause
I don't know, but I've heard stuff like that. Yeah. Like people were put into it to kind of disband and separate everybody, and
which sucks, man. Because if you think about it, if you had a strong community like that, that community like would expand to a great level.
Well, I look at it, man. I don't know how familiar you are with Houston, but like little Chinatown, and there's an Indian town, and they all band together and they buy up convenience stores and little washateers, man. Like they stick together. And one of my things is like, why can't Mexicans or Hispanics and black people? Why can't we do the same things? What are we doing wrong? You know what I mean? There's a lot of us. We should be doing way better than what we're doing. You know. And I think it's just funny, man, why we decide to not like each other.
Yeah, kind of put more hate in. And which, because the Latino, I'm going to say Latino, because I'm not sure how many Mexicans or Puerto Ricans, because there's a lot of different Latino groups here.
Man, I know.
So there's a lot of, the percentage of the Latino percent here is kind of like every year it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. And like you said, instead of everybody working together to build something better, everybody's just throwing more hate on each other. You know,
absolutely, man.
Nobody wants to see the other person be more successful.
Yeah.
Which is sad because I mean, it's not that they're doing better or anything. Like, you may never know. They're probably struggling too. You know, it just makes it seem like they're doing good.
Right.
But it's just they're probably struggling to get a next paycheck, you know? Like, or next whatever they're doing in life, whatever it is, they're probably struggling hard to get to. But instead of helping each other, we're just bashing each other.
Yeah,
it's a sad thing to see.
It is, man. It's like to watch communities of people who are tight knit not be able to accomplish something because there's jealousy and hate. It's crazy. You mean you've got 5 brothers and sisters and y'all can't agree to make one thing to make y'all's life better? It's like,
and that's funny you said, because I have my family. I know I use my family as a lot of person's bit, but man, it's just there's so much stuff comes up with my family. It's just like I could probably be a comedian. I'm too shy for all that. But they got a big fight about who's gonna keep the house, the lands, and all in Mexico. That's like, why does he get to keep everything? You know, I grew up, put my hands through there, this and that. So it's like, I was like, well, maybe I should just sit down and talk, and say, hey, I want to keep this amount of percentage. You split it evenly, So, but instead, I just want to bash and be mad and stuff, and that's why you can never work things out, because you instead of sitting down and talk, you just hate. You just create hate,
being loud and obnoxious and all that stuff. Man, it's funny you say that, man. Me and my brothers and sisters, we're tight, but we're not super tight. But that's one thing I will commend them on. If we've got an idea or we need help with something, I just phone call away, man. And I think as a big brother of them, man.
You're the oldest?
I'm the oldest. I got Crystal. You remember my sister right under me?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've got Crystal, Michelle, the one in the wheelchair, and then my 2 little brothers, Christian and Christavian.
Oh.
So everybody's got phones now. So whenever we need someone, we got a little TikTok meme or something, we shoot a quick text. But man, it's I commend them, because even though I'm the big brother, man, they'll help me out. Hey, man, I might be short $5, $20. You got it? Yeah. And same with them, man. If they need money from me, I don't question it.
Yeah.
Pay me back when you can. If you can't pay me back, it's just we're blood. We love each other, and that's kind of how it should be.
Yeah, yes, definitely how it should be. That's how you kind of go up. I don't know if you watch. I kind of also watch Andrew Tate and his brother talking about stuff.
Yeah, I
The Tate
do.
brothers?
I don't like Tate, but he says some stuff that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I know a lot of people really don't kind of. It's like agree to disagree with him and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But he was talking about. I don't know if it's really true or not, but he was talking about that he met some guy, wherever they're from, and he asked him, "Hey, what kind of?" I guess he saw him coming out of a car, and
Mhm.
he's like, "Is that your car?" And he said, "Yes, I think it was a Ferrari or something like that, or a Lamborghini."
Mhm.
And he asked him like, "What do you do for a living?" And he's like, "I'm just a cook." And he was like, "No fucking way. How can you afford that if you're just a
Yeah.
cook?" And he was like, "Because um, everybody once the siblings once they grow up, they want to go their own way,
Right.
and show how they can do everything on their own.
Mhm.
That's a bad way to do things. Instead, is everybody together, buy a house where everybody can live, have their own room and stuff, and the men kind of go out work whatever they can find and bring in paychecks and put it all together and split it up in the ways that it helps the family."
Also, like a legit community.
Yeah, like
Okay.
in
Okay.
legit community. So, and he said that the women stay home and kind of cook and build, like clean, build, or if they want to go work, do things that as well, or something like
Like
that.
at home.
At home.
So like homesteading.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. Okay.
yeah, stuff
That
like
makes
that.
sense.
So I was like, man, that's crazy. And I don't. I mean, like I said, like a lot of people say, Andrew Tate kind of just says some stuff that makes sense and don't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you put it that way, man, like it would make a lot of sense to
Mhm.
do that together and have like the guys kind of just put all their paychecks together and just go up from there.
Well, man, that's what I think all siblings and families and parents, and I think that's what we should all do. You get your family together, you buy a piece of property, and you just work and build houses on the property. Then your neighbors, you don't,
Yeah.
you need for me, I would need like let's all buy 25 acres and we'll each get 5. And
Yeah, that's a smart way to
stuff
do it.
like
Yeah,
that.
that way you don't feel like you're crowded and with your in-laws and all that,
Mhm.
or you want to decorate your house your way and this and that. You don't
Yep.
feel like, oh, she doesn't like my skills or something.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, man, I love privacy. I always talk a lot of smack on Facebook and stuff, but man, I'm a private person, and if I want to go pee outside, I want to go do it in my front yard. I don't want nobody to be like, ugh.
Yeah.
No, this is my yard.
That's true. If I want to walk out, well, sometimes I do walk outside with my shirt off and everything. I know my daughter be like, ew, but it's like you said, it's my property. If that's what I want to do, that's what I'm gonna do.
I could never do a neighborhood. No disrespect to anybody who loves neighborhoods. It's not for me. You're not gonna tell me what I can do in my house.
Yeah,
I want to paint my house blue. I'm gonna paint it blue. Oh, you can't do that because of HOA. Ugh.
That's what sucks is the HOA. Because man, I went to help out a old coworker of mine fix his fence, and it was like I got there at 7 in the morning, and around 9 in the morning I had to use the restroom. Well, first I had to pee, and like you said, we're out here, we could do it outside.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. I was like, hey, you don't mind if I go around your house behind the AC and just use the restroom real quick?
Yeah.
And I was like, motherfucker, go inside. He was like, you gonna give me trouble with HOA and this and that. I was like, oh shit, well, my bad. I was like, I don't know HOA rules and all regulations and stuff. So, but and when we were house shopping before we got this, we were house shopping. We went to look at houses like that. But man, your house is literally like this much space.
Right.
Yeah, like right here, like
right here. That's all you get.
Yeah. So I'm like, like you said, I don't know. I can't do that either. I need a little more space than that.
Right, man. I don't blame anybody for that. To have to live in a community that's not your community, and then have to listen to people complain about your stuff. Well, why you got the little junky car in the yard? Why you not cut your grass this high? No thanks. That's not for me. That's not for a lot of people.
And because you're also like on the weekends you cut yards, right?
Not anymore, man. I recently had to stop because of my new job and that's where we're at. So maybe one day I'll get back to it. But
when you were doing it, and when you had houses like that, did they tell you a certain level to cut the grass and stuff? Because me and my brother kind of did it too, and when in Elkins Lake, but they told us it can't be lower than 3 inches.
So I only had one out of all the customers I had. One lady was like, "I only want it this high." I was like, "Oh, I don't know if my lawnmower does that." So I did figure it out. But yeah, man, I had a lady tell me that. I was like, "Oh, that's weird."
Like we're so used to cutting a certain way, but when you start doing other people and you start noticing that they're picky about their, you're like, oh shit, no,
man. I had one lady who didn't like how I was weed eating.
Oh really?
Yeah. So you know how to make things look nice, you edge it really nice. And
Yeah.
she didn't like it.
Oh really?
Well, next time you come back, I don't ever want you to edge it again. I don't like it. We're not gonna do it. Just cut it flat. Like, I'm sorry, man. I was trying to make it look nice.
Yeah.
She didn't have to be rude about it. So I ended up dropping her as a customer because I don't.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it.
I don't know.
That's crazy. A lot of people love the edging.
Right. That's what I thought.
That's like a work of art.
Thank you. It's hard, man.
Yeah,
you gotta be
keep steady.
perfect. You can't go too deep. Can't go too shallow. You gotta be angled, man. Yeah. She didn't like it though, man.
What the hell?
She did not like it.
That is weird. I mean, I guess people are just picky about their things. But man, yeah, that stuff is hard. Man. I tried it once. Epic failure. I was like, I ain't doing this because you got to, like you say, you got to keep steady and go all the way around and stuff like that.
And you said you and your brother were doing that.
Yeah,
do it for a while.
Yeah, we've been trying to do it. We've been trying to just kind of get out in the community, and just kind of put ourselves out there and stuff. But we started off at Elkins. We did get a little couple yards, but once people started being picky and stuff, we're just like, man, maybe this ain't for us.
Well, man, it's all about customer base. So I got lucky out there in Brenham. People had bigger properties, so it would be one customer here, one there. So they were like well spaced out and good customers because they understood time, money, and they weren't picky. So I got a good choice of customers. They were great people. Most of them were great people. So,
I heard, man, I don't want to bash on it, but I heard like the Asian group were the worst ones. Like they want to be like super nice and stuff, and then they only want to pay you like $10.
They will handle you for sure.
For real?
Yeah, they will.
That's happened to you?
My first customer, man.
Oh, really?
I know a lot of people saw my post on social media about my lawn stuff. Well, I had an older Asian lady call me, and she was like, "I saw your prices. Can you go cheaper?" No, ma'am. This is kind of my base. I won't go no cheaper. You know, if there's certain circumstances you can't meet, I will help you out. So like, no, I just want you to do for $20. Like,
damn,
ma'am, that's kind of. I'm already at $35. That's kind of cheap right there. Like, no, can you do 20? Like, no, ma'am, I can't. What about 30, ma'am? I cannot. So okay, 35 is fine. Can you be there? You know, such and such. I get there. I finish her yard the next day. Man, she's like, okay, here's 20.
Oh, damn.
I was like, ma'am, no, ma'am, it's 35. And luckily she was real playful. I know, and she gave me the rest of it.
Oh, okay, she was trying.
I didn't want to have to be like, I'm not coming. Woman. So yeah, man, she was a little different. A little different. But my problems were no disrespect, were my white customers. Man, they would try to talk a certain way that was kind of demeaning, but wasn't outright demeaning. So it was kind of hard to judge those characters. And a lot of times I'd just be like, straight and to the point, hey, I'm here. Can you pay me? And that's it. Whereas with other customers, I'd hang around, we chit chat and talk. If they needed help with something else, I'd be like, you know what? Let me go get some leaves off your roof or whatever. But for those other customers, I'd be like, no, I don't have time. I'm sorry. I'm just here to cut your yard and I'm out, man. So yeah.
They're being extra picky on stuff.
Yeah. Not fun. So
though, like the ones that I kind of, it's not congrats, but like we also trying to help people move, and that's a fucking workout. Fuck yeah, that's a fucking workout, especially couches and stuff.
Oh yes.
Oh, and then going upstairs and that. Oh man, my respect to all you guys that help people move.
For sure, nobody wants to move.
Heck no. But we would get calls from like college students and all that. And I tell them right off the bat, it's starting off as $80 if just first trip.
Right.
If I have to do more trips, it's another 20 for each trip added on. And they're like, oh, maybe discount for college and all that. I'm like, dude, I'm not even a professional at this, you know. I'm just trying to help out or trying to do a little something. I'm not a pro, you know.
Yeah.
If I go any cheaper than 80, I can't
You're losing money.
I'm losing money. I
You're
can't
losing.
pay my brother or anything. So
That's not even gas
yeah,
nowadays.
now today it's
Yeah.
not. So it's like I don't really understand why people are trying to be like that. They should understand that when someone's doing a business and they tell you a price, they need to respect that because I think that's what they know that's the price that they can afford to live through to go by.
Right, right.
Or
I think the problem is though, Amazon, man.
Amazon.
If you're looking for something in the store and you're like, man, do I really want to pay that? You go out and you search Amazon or online eBay for cheaper, and I think that's kind of what creates people's bad habit of, well, I can get it somewhere else cheaper. Well, go get it from there.
Oh,
this is my price. This is what I'm charging. If you want to go cheaper, you have to find somebody else or something else.
So price matching and stuff. And it's funny because like when I got my first customer to do yard, I told them we'll do the whole thing front and back, $80, and then we can, like, if you want us to come twice a month or bi-weekly or whatever, we can do one day front and back, and then another day just the front. In the front, I can do it for $30.
Okay.
And he was like, man, that's too much money. Yeah, he was like, that's too much. I'm not, no. So I'm like, okay, that's all right. You know, it's not hurting me. If you think it's too much, it's fine. Man, he calls me 3 months later because whoever he had got was not showing up the way he wanted. So he got him set up where he comes in the first of the month, and then in the middle of the month. So like every 2 weeks, I guess. And the first of the month is the front only, and the second time is front and back.
Okay.
But that guy charged him $50. And then $80 for the whole thing. So when he told me that, well, I was like, well, since I can't charge you $30, because you first told me no, but now you're calling me back.
Now my price is
yeah. And he was like, no, that's fine. It's fine. It's just I don't like this guy, and he doesn't come or doesn't tell me, and okay, that's fine. You won't get that from us.
Yeah.
And to this day, he's still been our customer.
Man, that's nice.
Yeah.
Shout out customers.
Yeah. For real. I need to make my shot. And we've been with him in 2020.
Man, so coming on 4 years.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good customer, man.
Yeah. So
it feels good when you have repeat customers.
Yeah.
Man. It makes you feel like, dang, they enjoy my work and they pay me for it.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling than.
And then he tells me, well, like the times that, since I started working, I told my brother, you go on and keep that money for yourself. And he does that. And the times I go out there and he tells me, hey, Andy, man, I love the way y'all work and stuff. I love it. You know? And I'm like, man, hey. I'm like, thank you, man. Thank you. You know, that's what we do. We're just trying to be better. And,
hard work, man.
Yeah, hard work
pays off.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, man.
Well, man, I don't ever see you post about your businesses, man.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta start, man. You gotta start.
I did it with the Enchiladas. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I only posted those more because it was just so easy. Just
real quick.
Yeah, so I did it more with that one. I tried with the yard, but I guess I just wasn't really feeling it, the yard.
Okay.
Because it's that heat, that Texas heat. Man, that Texas heat don't play. And it's barely spring right now, but damn, it feels humidity, like the humidity.
Especially with raining, man. It's just gonna make it humid, and I don't like the humidity.
No, just sitting outside and you're just sweating. Like,
man, like sitting I don't want to sit somewhere and be sweating if I'm not doing nothing. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't push the yard work that much, and I did the enchiladas a lot, and everybody loved it because I stopped because, like I said, I started working, and I told my brother, make a Facebook and just post them, and you're gonna get customers. I already got the customers for you.
Yeah,
they're gonna keep coming back. Just keep doing. I taught him how to make them, this and that, and I told him just keep posting on this stuff, but he never did. Excuse me. He never really advertised.
Yeah,
he was just hoping that I get calls, and I'm like, I can't. And I guess I don't know. Maybe he's bad with money management because I would tell him. Split the money, whatever you get, split it. Put this for yourself, and put this on getting more supplies. You know, bringing in more supplies and all that. It just died. Put it that way, it just died out. He just stopped, and so
maybe he just wasn't interested, man. Maybe he wanted to do something else. I don't know. I don't know your brother like that. So
I think what he wants. I think he just wants to be a gamer. He loves video games. You know that.
They make money. Yeah. They make some pretty good money.
I ain't gonna lie. I was interested in that too, but the way video games now is today, man, like I got PS5.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just for looks because I haven't really played it. Like when I first got it, I was so excited. I was like, man, I haven't played PlayStation since PS2.
Ooh,
I know, bro.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. So I was like, man, I'm so excited for this and this. You know, it's bringing back memories. And I had that childhood feeling. And then I started, when I plugged it in and started playing, I called my brother because he knows about that. I'm like, hey, so how do I get games? You know, this and that. And he's like, if you want games, like just to play right now, I would recommend sign up for the PlayStation Plus. It's like $17 a month, but you can play as many games as you want. Yeah. But if you want specific games, it's not like back then where you just buy it, put it in, and play.
I know, man. You got to download it.
You got to download it.
If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can't do nothing. Oh,
and then you got to have space. That right there is the biggest. Like, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
Like, space. Like, I remember memory cards, but
you can still play the game.
Yeah, you can still play it. You know, you just have everything that you worked. You have it saved, and it's right there, ready to go. Yeah, ready for you to come back. Now it's like,
you have to buy the system, the game, and if you don't have enough storage, the storage, and then the controllers, and then man, it's just too much, man. Yeah. I used to love video games, but now it's like it's too expensive, too much time, and I suck. I'm bad at everything except like basketball and football. Every shooting game, Fortnite, all that. I'm trash.
Man, I tried. My brother, he tried to give me a play Call of Duty, Black Ops.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I tried. I was like, where I gotta go? You know, where do I get guns and all that? He's like, bro, follow me, and I follow him. I got more kills. No, I got killed more than me having kills.
That's me, man. I don't know what it is. It's just games now are different.
Yeah,
I'm not with it.
Yeah, I guess I don't even guess just because I stopped playing for so long.
Yeah, exactly.
It just changed, and I'm not used to the change and all that. It sucks, man, because it is like back then. It was like a good way for you to, like, if you feel stressed or something, for a guy to relax.
Yeah,
just enter a world that you're not. You're leaving the real world, and you're just entering this imaginary world that's just.
Yeah, man.
But now it's just like, damn, fuck this. It's
too many steps. Too many
steps. It's way too much stuff to do.
Man, speaking of steps, man, sorry to go back on you, but do y'all both cook?
Yeah, we take turns.
Y'all alternate?
Yeah,
what is your best dish to cook?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna say chile with meat, carne con chile. It's a Mexican.
Like picadillo?
Like what?
Picadillo?
Yeah, like something like that.
Okay, yeah.
The carne con chile, I would say that's what I'm really good. Even though my salsa don't come out like my mom's, and I get aggravated. I'm like, man, I know she tells me the steps, and I'm trying to do them like that. It don't come out. But I feel like that's my best dish.
That's your best dish.
Yeah. Hers, man, is the lasagna. I think it's hands down.
I don't do cheese, man.
Oh, really?
It's too much cheese for me. I'm not I'm lactose.
Really? I didn't know you were.
As hell. But I still eat ice cream all the time, so it's bad. But man, it's too much cheese for me, and I can't.
You can't.
I can't do it.
So do y'all go to when y'all go out? Do you go to like Olive Garden and all that?
I don't really like Italian.
Oh, you don't like Italian?
And Olive Garden is trash. I'll say it out loud. Olive Garden is trash.
I think a lot of people are gonna agree with you now. The ones that keeps me surprised is Subway. Subway is still standing, and from growing up, I don't know if you remember, we had Quiznos. That was supposed to knock Subway out. Subway knocked them out. We had I think Jimmy John's. Subway knocked that out too. I think it was a Firehouse. I mean, we had
Firehouse.
Yeah.
Is that still in Huntsville?
I don't think so, because I don't see it no more.
Dang, because it was right across that Taco Bell, right?
Yeah,
in that area. Yeah, man. You know, I hardly have to cook in Huntsville anymore, but it's changed so much, man.
Right.
You remember we had nothing. We had McDonald's, Whataburger,
and then Target.
We didn't even have Target, man.
Well, growing up, no, but like
Walmart,
yeah.
and Kroger.
Walmart and Kroger. That's all we had. We didn't get Target till like in high school.
We got it in high.
Yeah, we got to.
No,
Yeah.
no. There's no. We didn't have a Target in high school.
Yeah,
No,
man. Well, I remember we got. Well, maybe not.
we
Maybe
didn't have Target in high school. I know that for a fact.
really.
I
Damn,
think Target just came a couple years ago, man.
Oh shit, maybe I'm thinking something else.
Yeah, for sure.
Holy
I think all we had was the mall, man.
the mall, the
Lee
so-called
Barnes
mall.
and J.C. Penney.
But man, that I loved it when they had the little arcade. I don't remember how the arcade. No.
I don't remember.
But do you remember Walmart having an arcade?
No, not our Walmart.
Yeah,
I don't
a
remember
long
that.
time ago though.
Oh, you mean where they used to leave the systems out? And
Yeah,
yeah,
they, my bad,
yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and the lobsters.
Yeah, and the lobsters and all that.
I don't know who would eat those lobsters, but they were there.
And I tried lobster. I don't know. I don't if I had a bag. I went to Red Lobster one time, first time with my coworkers, and I tried it for the first time ever. I don't know if it was a bad experience, but I wasn't thinking it was a big thing.
No, I'm not a big fan of
because
lobster.
I was rewatching I don't remember what movie, but it came in the early 2000s. Maybe I want to say the 40-year-old version.
Okay.
With Steve Carell, and I think he was trying to figure out what a good place to take out a girl in this, and then he said someone told him, "Red Lobster, man, is the best place." And stuff. I guess in
the black dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm guessing back then, Red Lobster was like the most fancy place to go to and stuff.
I guess, man.
But yeah, I went, and I'm just gonna say I didn't really like it.
I'm with you there, man. I don't see the appeal of. I'm not big on seafood either, though. I'll eat like some catfish or some fried shrimp, but
that's my shit right
most seafood I don't really eat. I don't.
So you don't like crawfish?
I'll eat them, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to peel them and get them.
That's a lot of work. Just
my wife introduced me to crawfish, and man, the first time I had it, I had her peel it for me, and she must have peeled me like 5-10 pounds, and I was like, "Is this it? I'm still hungry. What are we doing? Crawfish is not good. Stop it, people. Stop it."
Yeah, people gonna be like, "Man, heck."
Yeah,
it's crawfish. When my brother's the one that introduced me to crawfish, my older brother.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I like the agenda of it. Like you just sit down, drink, and
it's a group. It's an outing. Yeah, I guess.
But to go out to restaurants to eat crawfish, man, heck no.
Right.
Especially right now, it's so expensive. I heard it's like $13 a pound. And so that's 2 pounds. That's like almost $30.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck?
You can go to Roadhouse.
Yeah. For real, I'm like, that's not including your drinks.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. It's just the crawfish itself is $13.
And I see it. And when my wife's family, they do crawfish and stuff, and I'll mostly just potatoes and corn and sausage.
Yeah. That's what fills you up. The corn and potatoes and the sausage. That's what I've noticed. A lot of people are just starting to add more stuff. I think some people I've seen add octopus. Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Some people put mushrooms.
I've seen mushrooms.
I want to say some people. I know they do shrimp as well, but I know there's one more thing that they add. I just can't remember what it is.
Shrimp, corn. I know some people throw like celery.
Yeah, they eat celery, like some
vegetable stuff
like that. Like kind of just. If you do it like that, you might as well just make a soup.
Make some caldo.
Yeah, get some caldo stuff like that. If you're gonna do that, man, that's basically all it is. Because you just boil it in water, and that's all it is.
Man. That's same with crab. You just boiling it or whatever, however you cook it. I don't know, man. I don't get the hype. It escapes me.
I haven't tried crab unless I go to Yummy Yummy. That's the only place I eat crab.
Where's Yummy Yummy?
You remember where our old Blockbuster used to be? It's the AT&T now. Right next to AT&T is Yummy Yummy.
Oh, over there by where GameStop
used to be. Okay. Oh, yeah, where GameStop used to be.
Yeah.
Man, GameStop used to piss me off all the time. Man.
Yeah.
You buy these games back then, $20, $30, and you're expecting that in return. Man, they're talking about $5.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
We can't give you nothing for this. It's scratch. I just bought it. Golly, man.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
What's your take on? I've seen some posts. People kind of. I know, like this morning, I saw someone post that they saw a tiger in Livingston.
Oh, I seen that. I mean, that's cool. I wouldn't go outside.
when I seen Jarrell, I mean
about the panther.
About that panther.
That's cool, but I would shoot it.
Yeah,
I would love to shoot it. Just have it mounted or something.
yeah.
I think that'd be cool. I know some people are against that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But,
especially because those are like, I think it was a rare Texas cat.
oh, really?
Yeah, like it's. I think they said it was supposed to be going extinct, if I'm not mistaken.
So it might be protected or
But
something.
yeah, because I think after he posted, because that post went viral for him.
Yeah, it did.
And I think Texas Wildlife came out trying to find it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm not really fond of those the big cats, man. Because my cat scratches me up, and I sometimes want to hit it, but it's a small cat.
Uh-huh.
So when you have a big cat like that, it's like, damn, man, if a little cat can fuck me up.